Hello, my dear Cancer. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between April 1st and April 15, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I now use Ciro Marchetti's Legacy of the Divine Tarot, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and I call the six elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading regarding my dear Cancers. For my dear Cancer viewers, I want my dear Cancers to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I also want to take the chance to tell you, we have the Page of Cups and 10 of Coins jumping here, your inner child, and some valuable place where you can get your needs met, okay? So, I also want to take the chance to tell you about Mercury that will reach its eastern greatest elongation April 1. It will be on its highest point over the horizon, so look for the planet low in the western sky just after sunset. April 7, the giant planet Jupiter will be at opposition and will be fully illuminated by the sun. It will be at its closest approach to Earth and will be bigger than any other time of year. And April 11, we will have the full moon. So I will just tune in for a few seconds. Okay, so my dear Cancer, this is your future. This is your now, and this is the past. So the now is probably the first half of April 2017. But whenever you watch this, is probably the exact right time to see it. So the first card for you is Knight of Coins. Knight of Coins is long-term plans usually. It's having determination to reach your goal, not being so hasty in and out of things, but rather have a set goal and just working towards it with calmness and not being easily disturbed. We also have two horses here. Horses are lovely creatures. They are very social. They want other horses around them, and they are also very emotional, and they follow their instincts, but sometimes they can overcome those fears that horses have. They are fearful for a lot of things because they are animals that's prey. But sometimes they can overcome this and become very brave. We can see this on battle horses and other horses working for the police and so on. So I think this is talking about those two aspects of you, that sometimes you need to follow your instincts and sometimes you need to buckle up your sleeve and get to work even though you're so fearful of this, what's going on around you, but being very determined to reach your goal no matter what. The next card here is Nine of Coins. So it's also coins, so it's earth energy. Knight of Coins can be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or any person in your life that's really trying to be loyal. They're trying to be a good person in your life. They try to do their best effort. Probably you, okay? What's inside of you will also be mirrored some on the outside of you. So this could both be inside of you and in a relationship, for example. Nine of Coins is, it's a 9, so it's hermit energy, talking about you finding your inner peace, finding a place where you can feel strong and self-sufficient. So no matter what's going on the outside, you can still have your eyes on the prize and not be disturbed, even if you will be fearful or something will happen that will rock your boat a little bit. So that's good. The next card here is Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about communication. We have Two of Wands, then it's things are not really ready for you, but with Three of Wands, it's ready. It's like it's time to roll. It's time to get out in the world and do this, whatever it is that you want, and maybe start to communicate your plans also for others that are involved in those plans. Like, this is the future I envision, this is what I want, this is what I want to reach. It's also about using your willpower to get to your goal, not compromising yourself to death, but actually deciding that this is what I want, this is the thing that's going to make me happy and content. So you're not settling for the wrong kind of boat. If you want to go with this ship, you don't choose a ship that doesn't have the same things. For example, if you want a committed love relationship, you don't settle for a non-committed love relationship. That's the kind of compromises you shouldn't do. Okay. With the Knight of Coins, though, sometimes it's like people can be a little bit slow. So sometimes you can have the patience. They are loyal and they are not going to go away from you, but they are not really hasty on reaching goals either. So this might be slowing you down a little bit with your dreams here. The next card, it's a Page of Swords. This child holds the Two of Swords in the hands. So it's like he or she is giving you a choice here to take a challenge. Either you compromise in this situation and maybe wait for the slower person to catch up with you, or you decide that no, this is not the way I want to go. I want to go this my own way, my way or the highway. Page of Swords is a air element person, so it might be Libra or Aquarius or Gemini, but it can be any person. It can be your inner child as well. It can be any person present to you with the challenge that really wants you to see the truth of a situation. So either if you decide to compromise, you still know what the compromise are, and you might put a timeline also to when you want things to have moved along, so you don't wait forever on a really slow turtle here that never wants to go to goal with you, or are like happy to be alone. So the Two of Swords is a challenge. Sometimes you need to take a decision that will make your heart beat race and adrenaline shoot out of your body, and that's when you are this horse that needs to do even though you're so scared, you do this anyway because you already know it's the right thing to do. But sometimes you want to compromise and say, okay, so I wait for you. I wait a little bit longer. The next card is Six of Cups. So this is a reconciliation card. So this is, it seems like it's leaning to you taking a decision to wait or to hope for better times, hope for fulfillment, hope for persons getting back in your life. With the nines, it's sometimes people are maybe out on a trip or taking vacation from you, or wanting to be alone, wants to settle themselves with what they want. And it can be you as well that's in this situation, and that you need time before you can decide on a reconciliation. The Six of Cups is a beautiful card about nostalgic memories of times together. It might be looking back on a love relationship, friendship, family situation, childhood, at the workplace where you really hit it off with the other fellow workers and things like this. So it's a place of healing also, a place of making win-win situations where both parties is kind of coming out like victorious out of this situation. So it's opening up your heart, being vulnerable, telling the truth, telling what's really going on. With the Page of Swords, it can be messages. So and you have the Three of Wands, that's also for messages, communication. So it might indicate that you have a slow-going person in your life that might anyway be brave enough. With the horses, you remember, be brave enough, like the Page of Swords, challenge their fears and reach out to you. So if you're waiting for a person to reach out to you, this might be the time for this to happen. It might, if you are also thinking about doing this yourself, it's also seem like a very good time to reconcile. For some of you, this will be in the now if you are looking in March. And for some of you looking in April, this will be in the past, okay? I'm sorry, I'm a bit cold. I have a little problem with my voice. So the next row here is a Two of Wands. So it has kind of regressed, the situation has regressed a little bit, holding back a little bit. So first reaching out and then stepping back. It maybe the reaching out here is like fishing, throwing out your line, see what it will come back with, and then withdrawing again. So you maybe ask a friend out for coffee, and but you don't put a date on because you want to see what's their reaction and things like this. And sometimes people can do this towards you as well. It might be very irritating. The Two of Wands is having a little bit self-control, watching and seeing what's happening, waiting for divine timing. Sometimes it's also two people trying to prove that they are so self-sufficient that they don't need anyone else. And it's a little bit warning with this card. You have a chance right now, and if you choose wrong, if you use the key to one box, the other one will go away, the other chance will go away. So you need to be mindful, not making hasty decisions that you will later regret. Sometimes we need to do mistakes and regret things so we will be more experienced, but you are looking at this because you want to know your future. So here's a little bit warning that don't be too cocky or too self-sufficient, because you might burn bridges that you later regret that they are not longer there. Okay. So the next card here is Page of Coins. So it comes underneath this Nine of Coins. So it seems like out of this situation where you have maybe been alone for a while, taking care and nurturing yourself, what you find there is your actual true self. It might be also that you're waiting for this shelly kind of person to come out of their shell and move along. So it seems rather promising for that, if this is what you're waiting for, because with the Knight of Coins, the Page of Coins, it seems like this person has decided that on one thing. So that's a very loyal person, very pure and honest. They might be a little bit shy. They might not be able to tell in the magnificent words what they are really feeling, but it's usually a very loyal energy here. Someone that maybe has a long starting line as well, but a long stop line. So if you want to have a partner, for example, you might benefit from a person that's not really hasty with decision, because this person will be a loyal partner and a person that will be there for you in the long haul. This can also be about children or your inner child that you have taken some time to contemplate and find out more who you are. Usually this is what's happening with a hermit, that we want to have, and we want to find ourselves, so we retreat from other people to be alone a little bit, to find out where we want to go from here. So I will pause a little bit and fetch a light, because it's becoming a little bit dark here. So see if you like this better. Here comes the light a little bit better. Okay, so the next card here, really central, is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is probably you, sitting here very centered. The King of Cups have, like with the Nine of Coins, find their inner paradise. They have found their center and find out how relaxing it is to have a center. When the world is kind of turning around you, it's very great to have your inside healed, to be able to be on the inside of you and feeling that everything is okay. No matter what happens on the outside, I'm okay because I'm in here with me. It's this saying that wherever you go, there you are. So sometimes we try to flee from a situation, and to find out that we feel the same way wherever we go, because we haven't really healed our inner self. But it seems like you have gone through a process here where you have retreated yourself a little bit from other people and taking time to find your core, who you are in your core values here, and also aligned very much with your own willpower, with what you want and what you know is going to make you happy. And that decision might have made you really calm and centered. So you will be able to love both yourself and be also a very supportive person in a storm for other people. Becoming really grounded, really sure about your likes and dislike and how you want to act towards other people and how you want to be treated also by others. So it's almost like becoming a little bit like a Buddha figure here. And you have two children and also the childhood card here. It's those two, they are in opposition. This is earth and this is air, so they are the opposition of each other. So it's probably this is you and this is the other person, or this is you and this is the other person. So one is more swift, more hasty in making decisions and eager and like, okay, made your decision already. I wish you have done this tomorrow. Or I wish you have done this yesterday, sorry. And this person is more like, well, we'll see. I know what I want, but I will take my time with this. This is a seed and it will take time to grow. So I will put it in the ground and we'll see what comes. So it's a little bit different here. One is more grounded and slow, and the other one is more hasty and want things like sorted out already, plans for the future already made, and everything is like just hit it off into the future. Underneath the Page of Swords comes Eight of Wands. When we have the Knight of Cups together with the Eight of Wands instead of the King of Cups with the Eight of Wands, that's usually a person wants to come and say they're sorry. So we see the phase one was maybe a little bit childish approach to reconnect and then withdraw. But here comes a more solid, because this is not a knight, it's a king, a more solid approach to reconnect and sort out past mistakes. And this Eight of Wands is a very hasty energy, and it comes underneath this already rather impatient page. So it seems like someone wants to really reach out to you, or you really want to reach out to someone and take this first contact and reconcile and see if you can make things better this time around. It's like getting over misunderstandings, talking really truthful. Communication is so important here. So even if you are a slow-going person, it doesn't hurt to communicate and talk, because nothing will, be set in stone just because you have had a talk. Sometimes people are so afraid of talking about the future in relationships, talking about what they see themselves in 5 years. Many people, well, they don't see themselves anywhere. So another person wants to have a lot of things. So if you have not the same goals, that's a problem in a relationship. But here it seems like it's not that you have different goals. It's more that it's not the same speed to the in which the haste you want to come to your goals. One person is more slow and the other one is more hasty. So here we have the Tower card. So it seems like the more hasty person will have problems with waiting. The more hasty person wants to have this done quickly. So sometimes with the Eight of Wands, you're doing irrational decisions. That doesn't happen very often. But when Eight of Wands comes together with the Tower, it's like instead of the sun's light shining into a situation, making it like enlightened so everyone can see the truth of this situation. Instead, you use this speed and this truth talking to tear down what has been built, maybe tear down a relationship, the foundation of a relationship, and say, okay, I'm not longer going to wait for you. You are too slow. So bye-bye. We will see each other some other time. And hopefully then I will already have reached my goal. And I will do this without you because you are so slow. So this is like the carpet is being pulled underneath the feet here. And the old building is kind of collapsing. The Tower is sometimes necessary. You can't wait forever on a person that's not wanting to make up their mind. But we also have the King of Cups to lean back on. This love that you feel for the situation or the people in it. So maybe that foundation could make it more stable, so you don't have to lose things that you feel are very valuable. But it's a little bit like those persons here are like oil and water, and they are easily separated because they are very different in their energy. And it's probably not meant to be like this, but this energy wants to move on, so it's tearing this relationship or this situation a little bit apart. The next card here for the future is the King of Coins. So it seems like better late than never. The King of Coins is stepping up here, becoming like goal-oriented, being able to make decisions, being able to see what's worth something and what's not. So it seems like maybe too late the sinner should wake, is what we say here in Sweden. I don't know if you have the same saying, but too late. Sometimes it's too late. We see this here. The Knight of Coins is already a slow-going energy, and with the Two of Wands, kind of okay, with being slow-going and also resisting the situation and saying, well, nah, I don't want to make a decision now, and maybe I don't need you anyway. Could be like a smack in the face to this other person that wants things to move more hasty. But here, with the King of Coins, sometimes the King of Coins is very much like living in this tower, being very self-sufficient, having everything they need, the family close together, choosing very few friends to be with, and being very careful on which they invite in, because they love so much this stability, to have this not so much conflicts and irrational behavior. They want to know what's going to come tomorrow. They want stability. But here, maybe when you have rocked their stability by leaving, or someone has rocked your stability with leaving, or being very hasty and saying, maybe giving, not maybe leaving, but giving an ultimatum could be the thing. Something that's very shocking, something that's you didn't expect, because this person is very loving and very outspoken with how they feel. So this decision here can come like a shock. The next card is Two of Coins. So this is starting to shake the King of Coins world anyway. So it's Capricorn in Jupiter here. So this is a time for making decision. It's for time to, the Capricorn is very hardworking. It's energy of wanting to do what's right. So they might be very, it's like a slow-going animal, turtle or a bull, something that's very slow-going but relentlessly going. But here it's starting to become like a roller coaster, even for this person that wants to be that stable. So it's a cycle, so it's something repeating again and again. No steering wheel, so we don't know where we're going. And water here, so emotionally as well. So the King of Coins kingdom is rocking here because of this decision from the other person. Okay. The next card underneath the King of Cups is Judgment. So it's up to you to make a really good judgment call here. It's about raising something from the dead. It might be remembering past experience where you have been in similar situations, and now you need to make a judgment call. You need to decide, because this is a very destined situation where you need to either work on with this or let go, either catch up or put the brakes in, so you will let the other person catch up. This is a very crucial moment, and it's going to define a long period of 2017 probably, with this Judgment card coming like this. And it comes from the Knight of Coins, the Page of Coins, and then the Judgment card. So I think what we want here is to this earth elemental person, this very slow-going person. It might be any kind of sign. It can be a fire sign, it can be you, it can be a water sign, it can be a air sign, whatever. Some person that's a bit slow-going and doesn't want to easily jump into new decisions, need to make a decision now. It's very crucial. And it's also up on you here. Either you are earth or more this earthy, or the more hasty person here, because you come in center, so it shows that you can be either or. So even though this person might be very slow, you can take another decision, something that would ground the situation, make it stable. Or if you are the slow going person, you can make also a decision that would make this person feel more accepted and more that they have gotten their will through a little bit more. Okay. The next card here is the Six of Coins. So it seems like with very mature, grown-up behavior, you can make this situation work. It's another six, and it's like giving and taking. There's need to be balance here. If this relationship is not about to break, there needs to be balance. If one is threatening to leave or giving an ultimatum, they need to have they need to get their will through in some department, because they are fed up and their energy is burning so hasty that they can't stay. It would be tormenting to their own being. So to give them what they need would be an act of love. And we can see the green here. So it seems like this green person, being a little bit stubborn, need to yield and need to say, okay, so I will plan the future with you. I will take the next step with you. We will take this trip, because it seems to be a very hasty thing. So it can be some adventure that this person wants to go out to, or something that they have envisioned, and the other person needs to be on the boat to make this happen. And with the sixes, it's like making win-win situations. See to that everyone gets their needs met. No one is left out. No one is feeling like a beggar. No one is feeling unloved. So instead of being a loner, we are now a team player. The next card is Seven of Coins, unfortunately. Seven of Coins is, okay, so you have made a decision. You have come to some kind of agreement, but it's not going to happen tomorrow anyway. It's still going to take a lot of time, this, whatever it is. So this situation might come up to the table again soon, because maybe there's a lot of talk, but very little business. The Seven of Coins is a card for waiting, pregnancy. Okay, we will wait and see. We put a seed to the ground, we see what comes up. It's the advice to see on the surrounding card if it's worth waiting a little bit longer or not. We don't have so much surrounding card. We have this beautiful attempt here to make everyone happy, but we also have the Tower card here. So it's still this restlessness. I think this restless person will wait for a little bit, but not for very long. So if you're thinking you can stall things by saying, okay, so honey, we can do this. You give them your little finger and they want to have your hand. That won't work in the long run, I think. It will just be stalling the inevitable. Okay, so I will take some cards here from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms to see how we can solve this with the Tower and the Seven of Coins thingy here. Okay, so we have the Wise Woman of Wonderland here first. That's integrity and compromise. So if you promise something to someone, you really need to push through, pull through. You need to be there. You can't just play them, because this person has too much integrity. They have won so much of their own authority that it's just going to stall them for a little while, and then they'll be gone again. You can see this on this woman's face. She's not easily fooled, and yes, she can compromise, but she has her integrity too. So you can't really fool her. She will know rather soon if you. She or he will know rather soon if you are playing a game. Or you will know rather soon if someone else is playing a game. What is needed here is true love and true giving of yourself with selflessness, humility, and conscious action. And I really think that it's this green person here that needs to give a little bit more, because they seem to have holding back too much, and therefore making their counterpart becoming very restless and feeling that they might need to go on without you. But I said that you had this Buddha-like quality here. So it's almost like you are a marriage counselor between two parties, but I guess it's either two parts of you that's trying to make a decision, or it might be two friends, two lovers, two co-workers, and it seems like you can make you can be the rice that will evil out the score here. You can change this situation in its core due to your own quality of becoming very grounded, be very loving, be this very grown-up person, seeing things from an above perspective. You don't have to sacrifice yourself, but you can do great deeds here that will change the course of your life and probably a few other people's life as well. So know that the decisions that you take now should be very grounded in love and compassion, both for you and your counterpart. So be very wise when you should take this decision, and don't be irrational. And if you see that the person are trying to, win some time, they don't want you to go away, but they don't want to give you anything either, call their bluff and say that, okay, so I'm going to wait for you 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever you want. You decide the timeline, and then we will going to have another talk. And if you haven't made up your mind until then, I will be gone. So then you both know, and there's no beating around the bush anymore. So I will take some cards also from the past life oracle card to see a little bit more here. Maybe a background situation. Yes, okay, so there's one person, probably the air person here, that don't want to stay hungry anymore. They want to have their needs met. They want to see a harvest anytime soon. And if there's not going to be a harvest, there's not going to be an air person in this relationship either. So this air person can be you or the other person still. We have a lot of it's children here, so this is about your inner children. It's usually coming back from your childhood, where one person might have been pushed into doing things that they weren't really ready for, and the other person might have been feeling like an outsider that was never included. So this person wants to be included, and this person wants to push away a little bit. They want more space, more alone time. So that's the conflict, and due to this relationship, no one is really getting their needs met. This person might get their needs met more because they have a person that shows them a lot of interest, while themselves can be a little bit more withdrawn and staying in their castle. So they might win a little bit more. They can be very safe, feeling very secure, and still hide away. So they have the upper hand in this situation. The other person is feeling this and getting frustrated, and they have come to a point where they have become a little bit more like warriors. So there's no playing games anymore. There's need to be decisions made, and they have envisioned a future here with this unicorn. They are searching for the Holy Grail that's going to give them their needs met. So that's their future plan, to get their needs met. And for this green person to deny that, it's rather cruel. So either you want what this air person want, or you don't. And then you need to communicate this. Because you are not supposed to kidnap a person just because they make you feel safe if you don't want a future with them. And this advice also goes for you if you are the air person. Don't stay with a person that just likes to be around you but wouldn't sacrifice anything for you. That's not true love. That's not true friendship. That's not true anything. They are just having a good time, feeling like, well, everything's nice here on my department, while this person is more like on the starving end of things. So this is unbalanced, and it's need to become balanced, and you are the person that's going to balance this up with making a very grown-up decision that will affect people for a long time. Okay. So my dear Cancer, I hope this helped, thank you for watching, and thank you also for all of you subscribing, liking, and commenting to my videos. I'm very grateful, and I want you to take really good care And I hope to see you again in the middle of April. Okay, bye bye.